I'm exceptionally happy to welcome here today, recently recovered from COVID and now happily in good health, Prime Minister of Estonia, Kaja Kallas. All right, thank you so much for joining us here today. There's always so much to do and so little time, and I guess this audience and I myself can really relate to you with this. So let's jump right in. EU aims to become climate neutral by 2050, and Estonia is fully signed up for this goal. But that requires quite a bit of effort, and we need a lot of willingness to change for everybody. So naturally, some people will have to step up and inspire others. So how can a leader inspire others to strive for this goal?
Yeah. I think the essence of the green transition is that we want to have the same kind of economic the benefits of good functioning economy, but we don't want to hurt the nature. So that people can enjoy the well-being, but we don't hurt the nature as much. This is the overall picture. So the question for me is, of course, how to get to people. When the war started and also the energy crisis actually last summer already or last winter, then I thought that, well, now everybody can see why the green transition is necessary, why the renewables are necessary, why we have to work more in that direction. But to my surprise, it actually was vice versa. So that those people who were very vocal about, against the green transition, against climate neutrality, they said that, look, now we can't, give up oil shale or other fossil fuels. And this was a surprise to me. So the question, and it is very difficult how to get to those really people who are making the decisions. And now, as we have the war going on and people's worries are very much related to security, inflation, all of this, then I'm sad to say that all the climate issues are a bit on the back. But while we are dealing with the short-term challenges, we must not forget the long-term problems or goals that we have had. So we have to constantly talk about this, and we have to do, at least small things to get the bigger picture all together.
Okay, so you're saying that in the past year or so, it has become even more complicated for leaders to basically guide the world and their maybe employees to practice more sustainability.
It has, if we do the studies of the society all the time, and before, like a year ago, the biggest worry for our voters as well was the climate change and how do you tackle the climate issues. But now it has gone back, and it's not it's not so much the topic that people are discussing all the time. So of course the question for us is how to turn this and how to talk about this. As I said, I see the energy crisis as an opportunity to talk about these things. And this summer, I mean, we have seen horrible pictures from Europe of this drought and everything that it has brought, the heat also here. I don't know, those of you who are maybe have not been to Estonia before, then this is not regular weather for August. I mean, August nights we usually can't walk with the short sleeves and nothing on because it's getting chillier already, but not right now. And to my surprise, people are quite greeting this, that, oh, so nice, now we have Italy here. But it is actually a big worry.
I think it's an important message that although we have a lot of troubles facing us today, then we shouldn't lose sight of the long-term goals and actually maybe even embrace them more, because a lot of the problems we have today are interconnected to what we're facing. But let's move on to another topic. And Estonia has been always praised as a digital wonderland where you can apply for documents online and open up a business in 10 minutes also online. And you're definitely one of the front runners of this message. And I mean, rightfully so. Estonian public infrastructure, digital infrastructure is an example to many others. But on the private side, things are maybe not as rosy. There is definitely a lot of skepticism, pushback to digitalization, a lot of confusion as well. So why would you encourage business leaders to urgently embrace the digital way?
First, just it's a funny thing. When I was a member of Estonian Parliament before I was elected to European Parliament, then I didn't really deal with digital issues because when you are in Estonia, you take it for granted, and then you move to Brussels, and it's like going back in Stone Age. So you are dealing with those issues there, and it was very interesting for me to see how strong is the image outside Estonia. It's like I remember I was in a discussion where one Estonian who was working in one institution was saying that I had this case where there's like a co-worker comes to you and says that you're Estonian, right? See, my computer doesn't work. So it is an image that we have, and of course for a small country it is that you're building on the strengths that you already have, because then you might become a number one. When you're dealing with your weaknesses, you can never overcome them or be number one in the world. Therefore, this is definitely something that we have taken for a goal. But this is true that private sector is lagging a bit behind the governmental sector. We were thinking that if we are being like examples, good examples, then everybody else will follow. But it hasn't been as such. And when I talk to the entrepreneurs, then it is a bit worried that not many of them, especially the older ones, see that this is something for them. For example, I had a discussion with the one entrepreneur who is in the manufacturing business, manufacturing furniture, and saying that I'm making these chairs. I mean, digital is not for me. No, but actually people want to, more that this chair knows them and knows their. I mean, you can adjust the chair, you can order it online. If you think that it's not for you, you are actually left behind, and others are passing you. So to get this mindset, and I totally agree that it starts with the leaders, and there I see a clear difference between the young leaders and the older leaders. Younger ones see the market as global, as first. I'm solving this problem there is in the world, and then seeing also if I can sell this back home. Whereas the older entrepreneurs are seeing that I start here from Tartu, and then I move to Tallinn, and maybe also scale up to Latvia. So this is the mindset change, and it has to start from the leaders.
So if not anything else, then in order to not be left behind by the sort of consumer of their products, they should be thinking about how to present them more digitally, how to offer more solutions, more personalization to their products, and so on.
This is the way we have thought about this on the country's level. When everybody is living their own lives, online, then I was like, that's good. But anyway, living their lives online, then you can't have a situation where the country is not where the people are, which means that if you're not there, if they can do everything digitally, and the one thing that they can't do is talk to their state or run their errands with the state in the cyberspace, then you alienate from the people, and we don't want that. And I think this is also something that should be thought about by the entrepreneurs, that actually your consumers are there. Your consumers are more and more using different tools, and there is an opportunity for you. So the manufacturing together with the digital tools that are there.
Absolutely, I think another valuable message there, definitely. Past 2.5 years have been a real roller coaster to business owners. COVID lockdowns, supply chain shortages, political instability, major reshuffling of the workforce and how they want to do work. Russian attack on Ukraine, obviously, increasing costs, inflation, and the list goes on. Imagine you're a CEO of a company with 100 employees. In order to fulfill your goal for this year, you have to hire 4 software developers in 2 months, and there's literally no other option. How would you approach this?
I would put back the question. Imagine you are in all this crisis, the prime minister of a country. What would you do? It's a simple question. Just in 3 minutes, go. The question might be simple. There is no simple answer. So I will not even pretend that I know exactly what to do in terms of getting the IT specialists. Of course, what we do is we try to recruit the people also not only from Estonia but also globally. I mean, we are in this competition together, and of course the question is what you offer to those people, what is there, what you can give that the others can't give, and if you have relatively well, actually it is getting better. I was thinking relatively bad climate, but this is the case that I was saying. It's not that cold anymore, which is not good in climate wise, but if you have other elements that you can offer to those people that make your company better, and I would say the environment and especially Estonia, that you have different other specialists that are gathering here, and what you yourself mentioned, the ease of running your errands really.
I got 2 outcomes of these questions that question that I was hoping for. First, yes, you are facing those crises as well. So private sector and public sector are not that far apart, although it sometimes seems so. And another issue that we as entrepreneurs definitely face is the shortage of good people.
Workers, yeah.
And we need to keep our borders open, and this is definitely a message that we wanna, with Startup Day as well, wanna spread and bring people in, show what we can do here in Estonia.
Yeah, true. But the difference between your work and my work is that everybody knows how to do my my job.
I guarantee everybody thinks they can be a CEO as well. That's
It's
true.
not all over newspapers. And look what that guy did, a bad decision, right?
That is absolutely true. Actually, that is all the time, unfortunately, we get with you today. But before you go, as mentioned, as Fractory, we have gathered 100 really strong specialists all over the world under one roof. And the topics we discussed today, we face them on a daily basis, and you as well. But we definitely have ideas, and maybe together we could come up with some solutions. So I'm extending an invitation for you to come see us in one of our offices, either in Tartu or Tallinn, whenever suitable for you.
That's very good, and definitely what is also positive side of Estonia is that we are so small, and everybody can reach immediately Prime Minister. And sometimes I'm even a bit thinking that not the first one to call should not be the Prime Minister, but somebody else in between. But this is something that you can't really get from other countries. That we are so close. Okay,
all right, thank you so much for